it going? So do you sometimes think about getting accountability partners that might help you? Maybe you're not sure how to go about finding one, and maybe you don't know there's other ways to put accountability into your actions, right? So I'd love to hear where you're not calling, but watching from, and say hello. I'd love to say hello back and maybe get to know you a bit. So first, we're going to talk about accountability partners and what that means. But first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. So an accountability partner, if you don't know, is just basically somebody who kind of keeps you on track. So say when you go to the gym, for example, your coach, while you hire this person to push you through doing your reps and all this stuff, and when you go to the gym so that you get your exercise done according to whatever your plan is, right? But in business, it's the same thing. In business, you might have a ton of things to do, right? And you might get overwhelmed in doing them because you jump from one thing to the next and you just never know what you need to do now, what you haven't done, what else is going on. You're just like going from one thing to the next and just doesn't seem like you're getting anything done, right? So that's when an accountability partner comes in. And like I said in the post, the best accountability partner would be like a person, right? Somebody who's a human, somebody who's doing the same things you're doing. So if you're into, going to the gym, well, it'd be somebody that goes to the gym with you, right? If you're a biker, it'd be somebody who does biking with you. If you have a goal, if you're a jogger, all these things, right? And if you're creating a business, right? If you're doing an online business where you have to get leads to build your business, where you have to get customers, I mean, you should be working with somebody else who is doing the same thing, somebody who's doing the exact same thing as you. The best accountability partner is somebody like that, because they're going to want you to keep them accountable for their actions, right? For their goals, for their whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, at the same rate or the same way that they're going to keep you accountable, right? So that's the best. So let's talk about how you find somebody like that when it's something that maybe you're not, it's not something you've done all your life and you're new to it, to do that. We're going to talk about other ways to put accountability into your process, but first, let's look at how you get that person if you don't know anybody. So the first step would be to take part in community activities. It's the same thing as if you're new to a town and you're looking for an accountability partner to go to the gym. The first thing you got to do is you actually got to start going to the gym and saying hello to the other people there, and eventually maybe you'll meet somebody who's kind of got the same, goals as you, and eventually maybe become an accountability partner, right? So in the online world, it's the same thing. You got to find places where people hang out, or groups, if you will, on Facebook, for example, where people do what you're doing, right? So that you can connect with those people and eventually find a partner. One of the easiest ways, and of course that might not always be the best because you never know who it is and whether they're compatible with you, right? But there are groups in Facebook where you can they're actually looking for accountability partners. You can just say, hey, I'm looking for somebody, and you'll get about 50 replies. You'll have to sift through them and figure out if there's one of those people that actually is the right person for you and all that. But yeah, so that's one way, going online, finding somebody that does what you do so that you can, oh wow, we're getting a big river over here. Across sideways and get out of the water, not get all wet, not gonna run over anyways. But yeah, so you get an accountability partner that way. That's one way to do it, right? And I'd say that's the best way. The other thing similar to that is joining things like my 5-day challenge, where we're all trying to create a course. So of course everybody in that challenge has kind of the same goal, so that's a good way to find somebody who's doing the same thing, and then maybe they can become your accountability partner for other things. But there's other ways. So here's the other way. So number one would be to put your steps of whatever you're trying to accomplish like document them, right? Like in the sense of saying step 1 is this, step 2 is that, step 3 is this. I got to get this, and this is the goal. And if you need help with that, of course I can help. Any coach can help. That's kind of a coach thing, right? Where we kind of walk you through, okay, what is it that your goal, what is it you're trying to accomplish, how are you going to get there? And then we kind of, there we are, we're back. So yeah, so that coach will help you to put that all together, and then of course it just becomes a question of like marking, you know, check boxes, done, right? And that becomes your accountability. You know what your steps are, and you just got to do them, right? The other way is there's software out there that lets you do this kind of similar thing, and then they might send you emails if you haven't finished a certain step to remind you to do it and stuff like that, right? So those are tools that are out there, like Trello or things like that, that lets you organize things, and then you can remind you if you're not finished. So, but like I said, the best accountability tool, if you will, is another human being that's doing the same thing as you. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, and if you think somebody needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share it. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, we're doing that 5-day challenge. It's actually happening today. It's day 4. You can probably still catch up. No, I know you can. If you're interested in joining the challenge, just let me know, and we'll send you the link to get in there. Alright, have yourself a great day. We'll talk again tomorrow.